In this video, we're going to talk about the direct, inverse, joint, and combined variation. Alright, direct variation is given by the formula y equals k times s, or y1 over s1 equals y2 over s2 equals k, where k is the constant of proportionality or constant of variation. Alright, the key information right here is y varies directly as ask, or y varies directly in proportion to ask. Now, inverse variation, y equals k divided by ask, or ask times y equals k, where k is the constant of inverse proportionality. So, the key information here is y varies inversely as ask, or y varies inversely in proportion to ask. Now, let's take a look at the first example. Tell whether ask or y show direct variation, inverse variation, or neither. Question A. We need to distribute this guy. So it could be y minus 2 equals 3 ask minus 12. Add to both sides. Y equals 3 ask minus 10, right? This is different from y equals k ask, right? So this one is neither, right? Because direct variation tells us that y equals k ask, right? And indirect variation tells us that y equals k divided by ask, right? Question B. We're going to divide both sides by s. Suppose s not equal to 0, right? So we're going to end up with y equals 1/2, which is constant function, right? So it should be neither. Now, question C. We're going to multiply both sides by y and divide both sides by 5. So we're going to end up with s times y equals 1 over 5. 1 over 5 is k, right? It's going to be right here. So this one is inverse, right? Now, question D. We're going to divide both sides by y. So it could be y equals 5 divided by s. So then s times y equals 5 equals k, right? So this one is inverse, right? Now question A. We need to check to see if x and y proportional, which means k equals y divided by s, right? 2 divided by 3 is the same thing as 6 divided by 9 is 18 divided by 27 is 26 divided by 39, and they are equals to 3rd. Then this one is the constant of proportionality. So the first one right here is direct variation, right? Now question F. We're gonna check to see if k equals y divided by s, right? So we have 4 divided by 2 and 0.5 divided by 4. This guy and this guy not the same, right? Now we're going to check to see if k equals y times s, right? 4 times 2 equals 8. 4 times 0.5 equals 2. They are different, right? So the second table is neither, right? Now question G. We're going to check to see if k equals y times s, right? They are the same constant of inverse proportionality, right? The third table right here is inverse variation, right? Now let's move on to example number 2. Given y varies directly as s values, so the key information right here varies directly, right? So we're going to set up proportion, right? So we have y equals 20 when s were 50, right? So we have 20 over 50 equals s was 75, so it should be 75 on the bottom right here and y on the top, right? And we're going to simplify 20 divided by 50 is going to be 2 over 5 equals y over 75, right? 5 times 15 equals 75. Then you're going to multiply by 15 on the top. So y equals 30 is the final answer, right? Now question B. Given y varies inversely as s, right? Y equals 3 over 4 when s equals 5 over 6. 5y when s equals 0.25. So we need to find the constant of inverse variation. It's going to be k equals y times s, which is 3 over 4 times 5 over 6, right? It's going to be 15 over 24, right? Now we know that s times y equals k, right? But s equals 0.25 times y equals 15 over 24, right? So then y equals 15 over 24 divided by 0.25, which is 1 over 4, right? Y equals 15 over 24 times 4 over 1, right? Now 4 and 24 cancel out, it could be 6, right? So it could be 15 over 6 divide the top bottom by 3, so it could be 5 over 2. This one is the final answer. Now example number 3. The frequency of vibrating string varies inversely with its length. A vibrating string of length 40 inches has a frequency of 440 Hz. What is the frequency of a string of length 20 inches? So the key information right here inversely, it tells us that F times L equals K, right? Now F equals 440 times the length is 40 equals K, right? So K equals 17600, right? Now we need to find the frequency of a string when the length is 20 inches, right? So we have F times the length right here 20 equals 17,600, right? So F equals 17,600 divided by 20, right? So it's going to be 880, right? We're going to talk about the John variation. When quantities vary jointly, we say that y varies directly as the product of two or more variables, or y varies directly in proportion to two or more variables. So in this situation, we have y equals k times s times ye's square or something, right? Sometimes we're going to see y equals k times s times y times z, something like that, right? As long as you have the constant of proportionality times this guy, right? Now, combined variation. When quantities vary jointly, two or more variables, and inversely as the other variables, right? We say that y varies jointly as s and w, so it could be this guy right here, and inversely as the square of z is going to be right here, right? Now, example number 4, the variable z varies jointly with s and y, right? So we're going to use the formula right here. So we have z equals k times s times y, right? Now we have s right here, y right here, and z right here. We need to solve for k, right? So k equals z divided by s, y, right? So it could be 45 divided by 1 over 4 times 10, right? So it could be 45 divided by 10 and 4 here. Simplify. It's going to be 5 over 2, right? Which is 2.5, right? Now, we need to solve for z when s and y equals 5 z, right? So we have z equals k times s times y, right? So then it's going to be k equals this guy right here, 45 over 2.5 times 5 times 6, right? Now, example number 5. The simple interest for a savings account is generally proportional to the time t. And the principal p, after 18 months, the interest on a principal of 2,800 is $115.5. How many years will it take the account to earn 770? Alright, so we have the simple interest, which is I, right? I equals generally proportional to the time t and the principal, right? So it could be p times t, right? And because this is generally proportional, so it could be r right here, right? So r equals I divided by p times t, right? Now I is this guy right here, 115.5 divided by p equals 2,800 times t, it could be 18 months. We're gonna convert this one to years, so it could be 18 divided by 12, right? Divide the top bottom by 6, so it could be 3.5, right? So 3.5 years, which is 1.5, right? Now we're gonna print up the calculator. It's gonna be 0.0275. Alright, how many years will it take the account to earn $770? We're going to use the formula again. I equals R times B times T, right? I equals 7,700, right? Equals R equals 0.0275 times P equals 2,800, right? Times T. So T equals 770 divided by 0.0275 times 2,800, right? So we're going to print up the calculator. So it's going to be 10 years. Example number 6. Given A varies directly as B and inversely as C raised to the 4th power, right? So we have A equals K times B divided by C to the 4, right? Now A equals 5, B equals 10, and C equals 2. We need to solve for K, right? So K equals 2 to the 4 times 5 divided by 10, right? 2 to the 4 is going to be 16, right? 16 times 5 could be 80 divided by 10, it could be 8, right? Now we need to solve for A when B equals 7 and C equals 1, right? So again, A equals K times B divided by C to the 4. Now K equals A right here times B equals 7 right here divided by C to the 4, it's going to be 1 to the 4. So A equals 56. Now, example number 7. A person IQ varies directly as a person mental age M, right? So we have IQ equals, this is directly, which is K times M, right? And inversely as the chronological age C divided by C, right? That's the formula. A person whose mental age is 35. So M equals 35. Whose chronological age is 25? C equals 25. Has an IQ 140. So IQ equals 140. Right? So from these three information right here, we need to solve for K, right? So we have 140 equals K times 35 divided by 25, right? So K equals 25 times 140 divided by 35, right? It's gonna be 100, right? Now, what is the IQ of a 70-year-old person, right? So we need to find IQ equals K equals 100 right here, times M, which is mental age. Mental age is 77 right here, right? Divide by C, which is 70, right? Now, divide the top bottom by 10, right? And divide the top bottom by 7, so we have 11 right here. So it could be 110, right? And it's your time to stop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand